last and final part of this series. I gave you guys as much information as I could, and I wanted to take this part to actually speak about my experience with how I was treated like in the hospital, and how it's really played a huge role in making me feel even worse that I had lost my child. So after I gave birth to my baby, like during that whole process, after I found out like my baby had passed away, you know, if somebody comes to you and tells you like this person has a dead child inside of her, and once you hear that, of course you expect it's an emergency, you understand, like this is a baby that needs to be removed the soonest time possible. But the number of hours it took before I actually was given the type of attention that I needed, of which it wasn't even at the attention that, you know, that attention that you feel like, yeah, now people are doing their job. It was just the basic attention of, okay, Sawa, let's just, you know, make sure everything is okay, and then now you can go, you understand? Because when I got to the hospital, yeah, of course you have to go through those tests, but those tests have no business taking how many hours before it's okay. What if someone's life is like in complete danger, you know, like, I don't know if it's me, but I tend to believe like things like that should have a way of just being, you know, made efficient. I don't know guys. So by the time I took my tests, by the time my tests were released, you know, by the time I got admitted, like I was walking around in that hospital like a pregnant woman who is about to give birth to her baby and go home with her baby, but I was going to leave my child there, and I was going to leave with the worst experience that I ever had. So first of all, I wasn't even given like any, I'm jumping ahead. Let me go back to like before I actually had my baby. The fact that these guys, I was seen by like 1, 2, 3, 4. I was seen by like 4 different doctors, of which 2 were students, if I'm not wrong, of which 2 were students, guys. Like, nakuja kuulizwa maswali, like, you know, those questions they ask you just to like fill your information and everything. Nakuja kuulizwa maswali, and the doctor is coming with another person and saying, this is my colleague, we're working together, but you can clearly see that this is a student, yeah? There's just a way that you can know that this is a student. Even their uniforms are different, like they, you know, their codes are different. It's not like how the other doctors are. Aya, wakatoka, wakakuja na another student. And if I remember correctly, when I was going to pay the cash for the deposit for me to be admitted, I met a doctor and a group of like students. Now the doctor is telling them, oh, this is going to be our patient, this, and like filling them in on the details of the patient, which is not wrong, because of course doctors have to do internships, yeah, but I tend to believe that the timing is the thing that I don't understand, because at that time, Mimi, I'm going through my own stuff, you understand? Like I'm already like heartbroken that I've lost my child, and then I still have to explain myself to all these other people. Like it's mentally like draining. I think that's the thing that even made me feel worse. It's not the fact that I lost my child. Yes, I felt bad about that, but the way I was treated in hospital just made the whole experience for me just be horrible. I think that was because even when the nurse came and saw that I had given birth on my own, she just looked at my child with some disgust. I don't know if I'm the one who read wrong, but she just made this face, and then she went outside to go and call the doctor. So even when the doctor was showing me like the gender of the child, she goes like, "Hiya, ati parts zake zisha form," and the doctor was like, "Yeah, this is a fully, you know, grown child." And I'm just looking at her like, I'm just like, anyway. This same nurse is the one who changed, you know, because they were not there to prepare. She's the one who, I was literally being removed for the sheets while I'm on the bed. Nambaya, inuka kidogo hivi, inuka songa, and I'm just from giving birth, umkumbuke. Inuka songa, I was just like, I just told her, let me just inuke tu kidogo, because I felt like I'm just being, you know, fanyishwa, even nikama I'm just a thing. So she removed the sheets and then she disappeared. Guys, for me to be able to video call my mother to catch up the story, I showed her the baby. I showed her like the baby was a girl. We were able to discuss and we were saying how I need to give the baby a name and stuff like that. Even how like the baby will be disposed. I even showed her my placenta. I showed her how long was I left unattended to like that, yeah, for me to be able to video call my mother and have a whole conversation. I video called my mom. I had a phone call during that period. Like, it was just a very awkward moment for me. And I feel like if, God forbid, it was someone else and they started bleeding, then who would have helped them? If it was like 15 minutes I was left there alone, somebody would have bled at probably a kufe. You understand? Maybe I'm just exaggerating, but I'm just thinking of the worst case scenario that can happen during situations like that. Then after that, another nurse comes in now with a wheelchair to take me to my room. She gives me pads like to put on at the moment, and she goes like, just wear these ones, of course, so that you cannot bleed. And she takes me to my room. Yeah, I just said goodbye to my baby, and she took me to my room. Nikaachwa kwa room. By the time they let away painkillers, because they're supposed to bring you painkillers after that, because now your uterus starts contracting back. So I was like in pain during that time. They bring for me painkillers another 25 minutes later, and I'm just like, really? Painkillers another 25 minutes later. Na dawa yaku stop, like, so that your breasts do not start producing milk, because of course there's no baby to give the milk to. They brought that medicine after I don't know how long. Kungoja kidogo tena. These guys did not even give me pads. Sikuachiwa hata pads. Sikuachiwa pads za kuchange. It got to, I called the nurse, yeah? So it's like they changed shifts. So the nurse who came in at night is the nurse that was at least alijitolea, man. I was just even telling Baba Fabian, am I being treated like this because my child was not alive? Oh, what's the point? I didn't get it. Like, the treatment was horrible. I know mine is just a case, and I'm so sure there are other people who have their own stories, but I was just like, man, nobody deserves to be treated like this. So I tell Baba Fabian to go call the nurse to bring me pads. So I tell him, let me use that nurse button. Hiyo nurse button inafinywa, unaisikia ikilia ukiwa kwa room yako, but you know, nobody is coming. Then she comes, now the nurse were night shift, and come here, guy, I haven't even been given pads, and I want to take a shower at least so that I can sleep. Then she goes like, oh my god, I'm sorry. So she brings me the pads, and I'm just like, man. And then where my room was situated, I don't know if they had any control over that, but I don't know. But where my room was situated was close to where the nursery was. So every time I'd hear just babies crying, and it's really played a part in how in my healing process, because I would hear babies crying, and it would really affect me because I do not have my baby. And I just told Baba Fabian, if I do not leave this hospital tomorrow, I am going to go crazy. I'm sleeping in the same aisle as where labor and delivery rooms are. So every time a baby is born, I can hear the baby crying. Like, what type of mental and emotional like torture is that, honestly? Then after that, the next day, by the time we get a doctor to come and see us, it's another different doctor with now the other two students and another doctor, and I'm just like, I am not a freaking case study. I do not want to be studied. I want to go home. So after they had me saying I want to go home, they're like, you know, you have to talk to a counselor. And I was like, no, I have my own counselor, my own therapist, and I'll do that. Just please discharge me. Kindly, money discharge. And then when you go and look at the bill, you're given this hefty bill, and you're just like, what the hell? The gynecologist that I saw the day before, who gave me like the paper for the test, is there. I'm like at the birthing doctor at SG consultation, and it's not cheap. And I'm just like, what? This doesn't even make sense. And I already paid consultation to see him the first time in his own like gynecology area. You understand? So I didn't understand why he was there. The doctor who came now on Thursday when I was discharged, the doctor who came that day was in the bill, and he didn't even see me for more than 15 minutes, guys. Yani, I'm just like, wow, we need to do better. The Kenya healthcare system, especially the maternity area, there's a lot of improvement that needs to be done. People need to do their jobs. People need to remind themselves why they decided to be in the medical field in the first place, because you cannot be playing with people's lives like that. So when I got home, I was relieved. Yani, it took time for me to go back to that hospital. That's why I'm planning to go next week. It really took time for me to decide and go back, because it feels like it's a prison. Ushaisikia uko hosi lakini unasikia uko jela. That's how I was feeling. So yeah, very soon something is coming up that is going to create awareness about these stories. So I don't know, guys, probably by the time this video is going up, you guys would have seen something. You understand? Like, I would have done something. So please make sure that you follow me on my Instagram at Wendy Mwatha. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure that you do. Yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the videos. Mostly watch the videos all through to the end if you can. And if you made it this far to the video, thank you so much for being part of this series. Thank you for watching it. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all the messages that I've gotten in my DM telling me sorry, offering me love, offering me support. Others sharing their stories with me. At least I've seen like we're not alone. There's a lot of us that are going through child loss, which is unfortunate, and yeah, we need to do better as a country. So thank you guys. This is the end of the series. Now we can get back to other stories on the channel. I'm going to bring other moms on the channel to be able to talk to you guys, and yeah, let's keep just making a difference in our lives and in everyone's life around us. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to live, love, be anything that you want to be. DM me, text me on Instagram again at Wendy Mwatha. Don't forget to view the videos and subscribe, guys, and share. I'll see you guys next time in the next video.